I think it's about acknowledging the urgency and the scale of the action required, and then taking bold steps to develop solutions that really are meaningful in that context. So at Navigant, it means thought leadership, developing bold new ways to go in the direction of climate action. And for me personally, it also means using social media to communicate about climate change and what to do about it. Yeah, it's increasingly about cooperation between business actors and policymakers, the general public, NGOs, finding integral solutions. And for decision makers, it's very important to take climate change as a #1 priority into all the decisions they make, and not just as an afterthought. And it's about being bold and taking risks and being fast, because the biggest risk is being slow. I think it's actually a great opportunity. The most recent data from EU polling show that 92% of European citizens supports net zero emissions by 2050. That's pretty unique. You won't find it on many issues. And then, of course, we have to address concerns. We have to find equitable solutions. And if you talk about climate action, I think there are many solutions that have multiple benefits and then becomes tangible for people. So it reduces energy bills, or it reduces air pollution on top of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. And that holds for policymakers, that holds for businesses, because this is a worldwide development. And it also benefits the people, because they can be part of the industries of the future. It's much broader than the thought leaders or the industry experts. I have about 26,000 followers, and I actively engage when they look for information or they want to challenge points or whatever. And I get out of there when it gets aggressive and negative, because there's no time for that, and that's energy wasted. Electricity is nicely on the way to decarbonize. So emissions are going down already, and there's cheap renewable options now. There's ways to make that work in a system with very high share of renewables. So it's very well positioned to take a big role in decarbonization, in reducing emissions. We think that this could perhaps grow to about 1/2 of the final energy demand. And then there's the other half, and that's also what I'm working on. How do electricity and, for example, renewable gases, hydrogen, biomethane, how can they optimally work together? And that's what I'm also in discussion with Eurelectric on, for example. And I think there's a general agreement that you will need more than electricity, but that electricity can take a big leading role in this whole operation. For example, we see, of course, now the rapidly growing market share of electric passenger cars. The big brands also investing now big time in factories. So you'll see that take over a lot of the oil demand in transportation. Another sector where there's ample growth opportunities are heat pumps for the heating of buildings. But there we can see a hybrid solution where the heat pump would do most of the baseload work, and when it gets really cold, you have renewable gases to support it. So that's one of those areas where we're looking for integrated solutions. In other areas, for example, steel production, you could use hydrogen. Hydrogen could be made from electricity or from gas with carbon capture. So there's many ways, and we're trying to find out what leads to an affordable and rapid path to net zero carbon. That's combining the risk side, so the need to take climate action, with the opportunity side to create jobs around it, to create momentum, to create multiple benefits for society, to be inclusive. And I think this is really a good moment to have such an integral package.